Greetings and welcome to the Introduction to Astronomy. In this week's Multicultural Astronomy, we continue or actually conclude our look at Chinese astronomy, looking at the astronomer Zhu Zaiyu and his contributions to astronomy. So let's go ahead and get started. By the 16th century, Chinese astronomy had a long and distinguished history. For nearly 2,000 years, astronomers had mapped the stars, improved calendars, and refined instruments to measure the heavens. Now we arrive at one of the final figures in this long tradition, Zhu Zaiyu, born in 1536 during the Ming Dynasty. Zhu Zaiyu was a prince, a scholar, and a musician. But beyond his musical work, he also made careful astronomical measurements that improved our understanding of time and the Earth's magnetic field. His work reminds us that astronomy was not just about observing the sky. It was about measuring the world with increasing precision. One of Zhu Zaiyu's most important contributions was his measurement of the tropical year, the time it takes the Earth to complete one cycle of the seasons. This value was critical for calendar making. If the length of the year was even slightly wrong, the calendar would slowly drift, and festivals, agricultural cycles, and state ceremonies would fall out of step with the seasons. Using careful observations, Zhu Zaiyu calculated the length of the tropical year with remarkable accuracy. His value differed from the modern measurement by only a few seconds. This level of precision showed how far Chinese astronomy had progressed. After centuries of improving measurement instruments and methods, Chinese astronomers were achieving results that rivaled the most precise measurements of their time. Zhu Zaiyu also studied something much closer to Earth, the behavior of the magnetic compass. For centuries, Chinese scholars had known that the compass needle did not always point exactly toward true north. Instead, it pointed slightly to one side. This difference is known as the magnetic declination. Zhu Zaiyu carefully measured this effect in Beijing, noting that the compass direction differed from true north by a measurable amount. This was an important step in understanding Earth's magnetic field and improving the navigation. It showed that even familiar tools like a compass required careful scientific measurement. Although we remember Zhu Zaiyu for his astronomical work, he is perhaps even more famous for his contributions to music theory. He developed a mathematically precise system of tuning that divided the musical scale into equal steps, an idea known today as equal temperament. This approach to music required careful calculation and an understanding of the ratios and measurement, the same skills used in astronomy and calendar science. Zhu Zaiyu's life reminds us that in many cultures, the study of the heavens, mathematics, and music were closely connected. Zhu Zaiyu's work represents the maturity of Chinese astronomy. For centuries, astronomers had refined star catalogs, improved calendars, and built increasingly precise instruments. By Zhu Zaiyu's time, the long tradition had produced measurements of remarkable accuracy. His calculation of the tropical year differed from the modern value by only a few seconds. His observations of the magnetic declination showed that even the familiar compass required careful scientific measurement. Zhu Zaiyu stands as a symbol of this precision-based approach to astronomy, one that valued careful observation, mathematics, and exact results. With Zhu Zaiyu, we also reach the end of our journey through ancient and medieval Chinese astronomy. From the early catalogues of Shishen, to the instruments of Zhanheng, to the calendars of Zhu Chongzhu and Guo Shoujing, and the great mechanical clock of Susong, Chinese astronomers spent centuries refining their understanding of the heavens. Their work formed a continuous scientific tradition, one that shaped how entire civilizations understood space, time, and the cosmos. So that concludes our discussion of Zhu Zaiyu and his contributions to astronomy. It also concludes our discussion of the Chinese astronomers. And we'll be back next time to actually move on to the astronomers of India and look at their contributions. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.